Nowadays, with our world being so divisive, it would be a good idea to go and look at both candidates and how they both grew up and see how they might differ with running our country. Trump. Trump grew up in Queens, New York. He did attend private school there, but it's okay. He eventually went on to go to a military academy at the age of 13. Then he attended Fordham University and then transferred to Pennsylvania University. At 18, he was given a loan for $1 million from his father. He quickly put that to work to go and build a real estate empire. With his real estate empire, he was given a TV show. That TV show gave him lots of fame and wealth right around the 2006 economic crisis, which shut down a lot of real estate moguls, putting a lot of cheap real estate on the market. He put his money and fame to work to buy up a lot of cheap real estate. In 2016, he ran for president against Hillary Clinton and ended up winning. He was considered an outsider and he wanted to go and drain the swamp. This is considered a good thing in his book and to many other people. Trump's presidency was very divisive. He was one of the first presidents to really use social media to be a benefit, some may say a detriment. He was constantly on Twitter, and he eventually got banned from pretty much every single platform due to his role in January 6th. In 2020, he lost to the Biden Harris ticket due to the fact that COVID was so terrible. He had a plan early on to go and shut down the US for a few weeks, but that quickly got shut down by the House. His next plan was not very good. It was just give everyone a little bit of money and call it a day. He's now currently running with his new vice president pick, J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance wrote a book called Hillbilly Elegy, which sold extremely well and pushed him into VC work. He made lots of money there, and that's where he made most of his money. But he quickly realized that he hated the people around him in his life. So he left there, became a lawyer, and then became a governor, and served there for pretty much the whole time till he met up with Trump. Um, JD Vance, I have one criticism for him. He's not very good with online drama. He had two major fake allegations made against him. And he also had a clip go viral of him saying that he's a never Trump guy. But overall, that's okay. He did get outraged at every single clip that was made about him that was seen as a negative connotation. Um, he gets overwhelmed with things very easily, but he is a great speaker and really balances out the Trump ticket. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris grew up in Oakland. She eventually moved to Vermont in her most formative years. She went and attended the University of California and graduated with a political science degree and an econ degree. She went to the law school in San Francisco and became the president of the Black Law Firm Students Association. She doesn't have much money, but she did make it from common sense saving. She has a net worth of 5.22 million. She doesn't do much of the investments herself. Her husband does. Her and her husband don't own much in the way of real estate. They only own their own 3 homes, no rental properties, and the rest of their money is mostly in stocks. She was the district attorney in San Francisco for 7 years. There are claims made against her for being a woman and being black, but that does diminish her role in the fact that she was the president of part of her college, and you know, it's not very cool to go and diminish someone's first job. She eventually went on to go and be the attorney general in California for 6 years, and she basically did the same job as she was doing in San Francisco. Then she became the senator of California for almost 4 years, but she did drop out to go and run for the presidency in 2020, where she basically attacked all the other political opponents for not being a black woman, where the current president, Biden, was very lacking in, old white man compared to young black woman. Um, she got chosen by him to be the vice president. Her husband is Douglas Imhoff. In 2014, she married him, and he used to be married to Christina Imhoff, but got divorced in 2008. He is a lawyer and has been for about 30 years. Um, and he was part of the board on multiple very large law firms. Now he is on the board of education of Georgetown University. If Kamala does get elected, she says that he will be part of her cabinet on the board of education for her. Um, he does have a lot of allegations against him, though, of beating women and being not so great human. Um, Not that cool, man. Her VP pick is Tim Walz. Tim Walz was a soldier for almost 24 years. He served in the Army, the National Guard, and the military, the Marines. Um, he has lied multiple times about being active duty, but that doesn't diminish the fact that he did serve for 24 years. That's a long time, and good for him. Thank you for service. Um, After that, he became a social studies teacher and a coach for almost 10 years. During that time, he regularly took trips paid for by China and other big organizations. He took him and his football team to go and explore those areas. After that, he became the governor of Minnesota from 2018 to 2022. And um, he was elected in 2018 and 2022. And if he doesn't win the vice president seat, he will continue to do that for the next few years. Currently, Kamala Harris is the vice president, and we can't go and put that in a lesser meaning. She has had a very, very, very divisive term so far, and it's not looking so great for her. She claims to be the last one in the room on very, very important decisions, and most of those have not gone that well. She claims that she would not change any of her stances, though, and at least she's stern on that part. Overall, her vice president seat has not gone over that well. It's been very, very poor, and she's trying to go and push herself away from that as much as possible during the current presidential race.